welcome back to my mom's Half Boy channel.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today for my Makeup Monday, I decided to go ahead and do like a quick makeup routine so this is like an everyday. This is normally if I'm going to wear makeup, sometimes I don't, but if I'm going to wear makeup but I don't have time or I don't want to spend a lot of time doing my makeup, but obviously I want to like even everything out and, you know, look presentable. This is kind of like my go-to quick makeup. So I don't have that much time before I need to go get the kids. So it was a perfect video to do because I need to get ready, but I don't have a lot of time. So yeah, let's get right in. The first thing, I did moisturize already. Of course, I washed my face in the shower. Clearly, I'm fresh out of the shower. I moisturize my skin with my Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel, like always. And I do have a couple tinted moisturizers that I use. I've talked about this one a ton. This is the L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream, but I'm not going to use this one today because this one you have to do with your fingers and you have to rub it in and get like the pigment to come out. And I do think it takes a little more time than the one I'm going to use today, which is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer, oil-free with SPF 20 in it. Mine is in the shade 2W2 Nude. So I'm going to pop this on with a more dense sponge like this. This is the Morphe M439. And this is, I feel like, just like the quickest way to get it on. I usually would use like my Scott Barnes brush or maybe a Beauty Blender spun, but this is like I have to hurry up. I need to get out. This is going to cover the most in the least amount of time. So I just go ahead. This is all I use on my whole face. And I just kind of, and it's so easy, you know, you don't have to worry as much as if it was like a full coverage foundation. It does, I mean, obviously it's light coverage. It's a, you know, tinted moisturizer, but it does feel really nice. And it gives you just enough coverage to even everything out. And I use this probably at least a couple times a week. I don't, as far as like full coverage foundation, I probably only use maybe once a week. And I would say the rest of the time I am using a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream. This is like I go to school 2 days a week, so this is what I wear to school. Pretty much unless I have something important planned for like a weekend, people are coming over, that would be when I would wear foundation, or if I'm doing a video. I did buy this closer to the last summer. So it's getting a little bit dark for my skin, but it's okay. I just put it down my neck. So there it is. I'm trying to go as fast as I can, but also be able to tell you guys what I'm doing. So I think I could probably do it a little quicker if I wasn't filming this video. But yeah, I want to tell you guys all the things that I'm using. The next, I feel like the easiest concealer to use and blend out quickly would be my Age Rewind. And I don't know. There it is. Okay. So this is a Maybelline Age Rewind. This is like Old Faithful. This is a great, great, great concealer for super cheap too. And this one I feel like blends into, and I have not found a foundation, BB cream, whatever, tinted moisturizer that this doesn't work really well with. I just quickly do that, and just as quickly, I don't use this brush. I think it's a little bit too bulky, but I usually use something like this. Sorry, Nick called. But yeah, I'm going to use this Morphe Y6, which I don't think they sell anymore. I think it's just like a Morphe M6, which is just like a flat kabuki brush. And that's usually what I use to blend this out. The other one's a little bit too bulky. I do like to use a beauty sponge, but usually if I'm in a rush, I probably don't have one that's already, you know, wet and ready to go. So I'm just going to always, I feel like brushes just work the fastest. Beauty blenders, I like to take my time and like really push it into the skin. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to use my Scott Barnes 64 brush, and this is like the perfect brush to set like your under eye and everywhere that you used concealer. I'm going to use my Believe Beauty translucent powder. Super cheap. They have it at $1. Sorry, I put do not disturb. Like, what, does it not stop phone calls? Like, nobody calls me all freaking day. I need to start filming with my camera again, but I'm just lazy. So I'm just setting everywhere that I put concealer. Just brightened me up a little bit, especially with that tinted moisturizer being a little bit dark for my skin now, since it's, you know, after getting through the winter months. You can brighten it up. Pretty much any foundation that's a little bit too dark for you, you can lighten up with some concealer, or if you need to mix it or something like that. Next, I am going to do some bronzer. I always use my Morphe M527 brush to bronze, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab, not the Marc Jacobs, because that thing gets everywhere now that the kids busted it open because they ruined everything. So I'm just gonna use my butter bronzer. Since I used this in like a video or two ago, I've been using it quite a bit. It's just so good and so cheap, and it smells good and can never go wrong. I've never met anybody that tried it and didn't like it. Of course, not spending as much attention to detail as I would normally for like a full face, because you're just like trying to get out the door, right? But I can never do that because my vanity is a freaking mess. Okay, done there. I'm gonna hit with some blush. I have like a bazillion blushes. I could use a different blush every day for like 10 years and then not use the same blush twice. But I found this buried, and this is a Makeup Forever, and I freaking love Makeup Forever. They're so, so good, and I feel like they're just like overlooked because they're not like the cute, you know, the packaging isn't like fun and all that. It's just very much like a high-end, you know, professional makeup artist brand, but it's so freaking good. And these little ones where you can buy the colors and pop them in, and you could do it with the eyeshadows and the blushes, contours, all that stuff, and I freaking love it. And these are like my favorite ones to mix. I actually have no idea what shade they are, unfortunately, so I can't tell you, but they're so good and so pigmented. Am I the only one that like loves to mix blushes? I almost can never tell you like what kind of blush are you wearing. Like, I don't know. I'm using a bunch of different ones. And then I never remember like how I got the color that I got, unless it's something like this where they're in the same, you know, pan. But there we go. What's left? What's left? What's left? Eyebrows. Yes. Do everyone a favor and don't forget to do your freaking eyebrows. And if you're one of those people who don't have to do eyebrows, well, fuck you. Hope you step on a Lego. And if you saw, obviously, like I said, I always say in these videos, if you know me, because I know you know me because nobody else watches these videos, but you saw that picture that I posted on Instagram of me and my sister, like, I would think I was in 9th grade. That girl in 9th grade needed this eyebrow pencil, like, so freaking bad. Like, nobody told me that I didn't have any eyebrows left. I'm like, I remember plucking them, so, like, I thought I had something there. Thank God they made a comeback. Like, this is, obviously, I don't have anything in there, and they're not terrible. I've seen some girls that wish they had this much eyebrow. I'm like, thank God, because thank God that I'm Mexican and fucking hairy, because I don't think they would have made a comeback. Again, I don't spend as much attention to detail on my days where I'm just trying to hurry up and go as I would if I'm trying to look super duper snatchied, because this is supposed to be a quick makeup video. I feel like these are the times where you mess up because you're trying to like hurry. And I'm trying to film, so I'm like, this would be the time where I'd like move and it would make a huge line on my forehead of an eyebrow. Done. Just gonna comb through them real quick. Oh my god. 15-year-old me would have killed someone for these eyebrows. Alright, so pretty much just lips and mascara. So on these type of days, I usually always, I pretty much now I always line my lips. Like would be very, it's not very common where I don't line my lips. And if I'm trying to hurry, I like to use something a little bigger so you don't have to be as precise. So I like the NYX or NYX, whatever you want to call it, Lingerie Push-Up Long-Lasting Lipstick. And it's like a pencil. So it's like really thick. And I just like to hit the outer areas. And this is in the shade Embellishment. My favorite mauve nude moment, favorite color ever. And then of course, as always, I'm gonna pop on a gloss on top. I'm gonna use the Amore Shine in the shade Crush from Milani. And boom, done. That was not very long at all. And like I said, I probably would have been faster if I wasn't obviously talking to you guys. Usually after I do this like super fast, especially with the tinted moisturizer, I don't want it to get like too dewy or oily or whatever. So I'm gonna always like whatever's left over in the cap, if there is any of my translucent powder, I will just pop this everywhere else to just set it. Why am I talking like I'm done? I didn't put on mascara. So let me put on my mascara. I'm just going to use the Voluminous Million Lashes XS in, of course, black and, of course, not waterproof. Again, I'm not like curling my lashes or anything like that. But I feel like this like super quick makeup, you could still look like you took your time. Like, I've pretty much perfected this, you know, tinted moisturizer BB cream look to where it will look like I have a decent amount of coverage. And I feel like if you want to do that and you just don't want to be cakey, Nick called me like 4 times. I told him I was going to film a video. Like, come on, dude. I don't bother you when you're at work. He's gonna be like, bitch, you don't get paid to do YouTube videos. I was like, you have to burst my bubble. I really don't give a shit if I get paid or not, okay? But yeah, I'm done now. As you can see, like it covers quite a bit, but still obviously looks super natural. Like you didn't try too hard. And if you want to be, like you just don't want to be super cakey and use like a foundation all the time, but you still have like stuff that you want to cover, I would super recommend the L'Oreal BB cream that I talk about all the time. This Laura Mercier one is super good. And if you just need a little more coverage, because as you can see, like from the beginning of this video, when I just popped this on, it didn't look like I had like much on. But as soon as you put on your concealer and you set it with a powder, like it just brings everything together and makes it look really, really nice. Let's finish this off with my Morphe spray. Oh my God, that's so satisfying. Nick thinks this is so retarded. Like every time he sees me do this, he's like, they fucking got you at the makeup store. That doesn't do shit. And I'm like, you don't know anything. And anytime I like, you know, like powder my face or like just hit it with like some translucent powder, like after a few hours or whatever to like do a little refresh, he's like, he's like, I don't see a difference at all. And I'm like, well, I do. And I feel like other girls will. So don't fucking rain on my parade. Okay, thanks for hanging out with me. I just wanted to do a really quick makeup look that's super easy and fast, like no more than 10 minutes. You can get out the door and do what you need to do, but still look not super snatched, but a little bit snatched, okay? Thanks for hanging out. Bye!
Yeah.